So I'm gonna try to gradually lead into this information in a way to where you can understand it. It's kind of like a conversation, but you learn it at the same time. So just relax when you watching these videos. But so yeah, what happened update is that they took my glasses in the abduction. I forgot to mention that. And I know they want my glasses because they want to steal my eye. Is what it is. Like when you talk about a targeted individual or a TI, what is a TI? Someone that's essentially tracked, not just because of what they know, but because of their vision. Big difference. See, it's one thing to know something, but it's another thing to have a vision that ties you in to a network or a system that can perpetually make you money. And if you're not careful and you don't set up certain key codes, a person can rob you of your vision. So I have key codes set up on my vision. They tried to do a security exchange on me earlier that ended up costing them. Because that's what happens when they trade and tie in to your eye. It's actually an account, believe it or not. And it's tied into the internet to what's called BankNet. See, what they didn't tell you is that BankNet was designed before the internet got real big on phones and mobile apps and stuff like that. So a lot of the intricate methods and ways that BankNet was operating was being done through the eye or the iris via the internet. So when you see me wearing those sunglasses, that's what I'm pointing out. Kind of like, I mean, people don't notice. I never really said it, but that's how they kind of keep track of you. So I was wearing those, but then there's other advanced ways to kind of keep them out of your vision as well. And that's kind of like what I'm going through right now, because I'm in a situation where I think that I can supersede a lot of their visual hacks without necessarily wearing the glasses and things of that nature. And another thing I want to point out is who am I talking about when I say they? This is going to lead somewhere where I'm getting with this information. So when I say they, we're speaking about a group of people that control this world from a central location. And it's international. And the only way to access this group of people that control this world through a central location is through the links or the web. The only way to communicate with this group of people is through this same process. So there's no way to talk to these people. There's no way you could do business with them. But the only way to really do business with them is through exchange through BankNet, and they operate through the views on the internet. And I discovered all of this. I was studying it 2 years ago and discovered that it was really real. I'd say about a year ago, when I was able to link up with various different cities that have access to what's called this supercomputer, right? That controls this planet. There's a supercomputer that controls this planet. And there are certain areas and places you can go to. And if you know these access codes, or what I call these keys, you can gain access. So that's what's going on as far as this eye. When I say they want to jack me from my eye, they want to take me for what? See, it's one thing to have tags in you and stuff like that and be able to connect with the internet through that way. But then there's another way that they connect you through the internet, through the iris. And this is through what's called, the Egyptians had this set up years ago, much longer than I discovered it. And this is partially why they want me, because I'm connected to various parts of the eye. But they discovered this in Egypt long before, much long before we had our internet and things of that nature. And they kept this hidden. It was called, we're going to talk about this next, called the Akashic Records. See, when you're a birth, I'm going to point this out. There's different births. There's a water birth and then there's an air birth. When you start talking about reincarnation and access to Kundalini and shifting your age, you go into what's called an air birth. And the only way to gain full access on how to fully reincarnate and be fully reborn is to tap into the Akashic Records. We'll go into that real soon.